bienvenido de vuelta, mujeres y hombres, a el mejor podcast del mundo, el Mozone. Estoy el Bulldog contigo,
Rabino Mo.
el Rabino. Yes, it is us. We're back. We are freaking consistent as hell right now.
Consistent as hell. For those who don't speak Spanish, what the hell did you just say?
I mean, you already know. Greatest podcast on the planet.
On the planet.
Todo el mundo, en la planeta. Um,
We're back.
we're back. Unfortunately, could not align to get the guest, but he will appear soon. But as promised, this episode is dedicated to those that their hearts are shaped in a circular with little stitching shape.
Seam heads, we're calling them. Seam hearts.
Seam hearts.
Seam hearts.
Yes.
Seam heads.
So not very many.
But I think all of our listeners are turning off because it's about baseball.
Maybe I would just say maybe stay for my letter to my true love later on.
Your true hate.
My true hate.
Is it to your true love or is it to your true hate?
Well, it's true hate.
True
It
hate.
is. If you like,
Put it this way, let me give you a tease. Cody was worried, the Bulldog was worried that to put this out, even on our widely watched and listened to podcasts, that what he says might come back to haunt him later in life. So if that doesn't get you interested, I don't know what else would.
Yeah. I mean, if you ask me to list things that I actually truly hate in this world, I think the person I will be talking about might be the one on the list. I don't truly hate.
Do you hate him or do you hate this kind of the idea of him? Because you don't really know him.
Yeah, I guess. I guess it is more the idea of him, but I will get into it. We'll get into
Yeah,
it.
well, yeah, let's
I mean the
drop the
Yankees
tease.
come to
We'll get to it later.
mind. I mean, there's a bunch of things that I hate.
So a
Stomach.
lot of baseball, a lot of Rockies focus, but we're going to give us just general baseball, just an old school baseball discussion
Yeah, that everybody
Question
wants to hear.
that everybody wants to hear. We want to know what you think about this.
Yes.
Are you setting us up or am I setting us up?
I usually set up the bye-week questions.
The question of the bye week, if you are a baseball fan, one of the great discussions this year has been around the question of who will be the American League most valuable player. There are two players who are head and shoulders above everybody else. There is the perennial AL MVP of the hated New York Yankees, Aaron Judge.
A Janky.
Janky. So having another he's had quite a run. This is like what four seasons in a row of just stupid, incredible numbers.
And he keeps on getting better.
It keeps on getting better. And then there's the big dumper, Seattle Mariners, Cal Raleigh. Catcher hit a magical 60 number home runs.
Switch hitter.
Mariners won their first division crown in Cody's lifetime, I think.
Yeah.
So a lot of discussion.
Wait, was that 2003 with Ichiro?
I don't know.
Felix?
I think so. I think they've been in the playoffs, but I don't think they've won the division.
Okay. All right.
So who's your AL MVP? The big dumper or all rise? Aaron Judge.
For me, I always go back to what is MVP, most valuable player. That means for that team, they are the most valuable because without them, like their team would not even be close to competing to where they are at that level. And so that's why my MVP is Cal Raleigh. How many games? I know now, see, this is where it's a little interesting because Judge's WAR this season is more than Raleigh's. but from a sheer like he's a catcher, so he's orchestrating the field almost the whole time. He's switch hitting, so he can face any lineup. He can be in any lineup, any pitcher. He can do it. And the amount of like home runs they are changing the game for the Mariners, who are not a very good, well-balanced hitting team. I think he gave them so many more opportunities to win. And when you have a bat like that in the lineup, you have to pitch so differently. And I don't, from Judge's perspective, I think the Yankees are just a better roster. Um, I do what he's doing is insane, but I also think we need to give more credit to the fact that Cal Raleigh is a catcher who they are not expected to perform well, and then he's also a switch hitting catcher, and he still hit 60 bombs. So, um, yeah, what do you think?
I can't believe I'm going to say this. It goes against the very fiber of my being. I I I don't know. There's something wrong with the cosmic thread of the universe, but I got to go with Aaron Judge for the exact reason you said. Most valuable. The Yankees, no way even make the playoffs without Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge, I mean, his numbers, right? If you compare the two, just numbers wise, I see where you're going. The numbers are hitting numbers don't compare because there's a sexy thing about 60 homers, but in reality, that's a
Judge
nice,
is clear.
it's a nice,
Yeah.
cool number, but Judge's other numbers just blow Raleigh's away. But I hear what you're saying. You throw in the other things that Raleigh brings because a catcher, we don't really truly measure how valuable a catcher is to a ball club. And to bring him in, he plays so much and he manages pitching staff. Um, I have no doubt that he's valuable, but I also believe that the person they might get if it weren't Raleigh on the team, that's what WAR is, right? When's the
Hmm.
replacement? The person they
Yeah.
would get to play catcher would not hit 60, but still might have the catching skills, still might do the, pick up the team. And I think they're still competitive. I think without the Yankees, not the Yankees, without Judge, the Yankees are just, I think they're pathetic even without the Judge. I think he makes their
Well,
whole lineup better, up and down. And even though he doesn't, and he's been playing outfield without an arm basically.
that's
So
true. People forget about that. And he's wearing the captain armband in
yeah,
New York. That's
I
pretty
mean,
tough.
the fact that they put him in the field, that he is so valuable to them that they could sacrifice an outfielder who can't throw.
Yeah.
So as much as like it just hate them, hate anything good about them. I hope they are losing right now as we record this podcast, which makes me happy. Hope that continues. I think he's the MVP.
I mean, we both made our cases. Um,
That
I don't
have I
think it's
convinced
voter
you?
fatigue.
Have I convinced you? Voter fatigue. Does
I don't think it I don't think it exists here. I just think it's so miraculous what like have we ever seen a switch hitting catcher do this before? No.
no, and that's special and it's awesome. But is it most
I
valuable?
I do think so. I really because I understand what you're saying that they would find a catcher that's good enough defensively, but I think if you look at a Judge replacement versus a Cal Raleigh replacement, like the difference for Cal Raleigh is way clear of what they would find. Like,
But that's what
defense.
war tells you. That war the
But
numbers
I don't
represent.
believe I because
You don't
outfielders
believe
are
in the
they're
numbers.
supposed to have a bat. Like they're supposed to have a bat. They're supposed to field. Like they're supposed to do all these things. It's just judges doing them at an insane level.
He is, yeah. I thought
So, but I just
there are two WAR numbers. There's WAR, and I think there's
more
F4, which
plus.
includes fielding.
Okay.
If you include F4, their numbers are closer.
Okay.
If it's just
All
straight
right.
WAR, judge question.
Maybe I need to stop being like the Rockies and listen to the numbers.
We're gonna get.
I don't know,
Well, the
but
numbers, depending on, I mean, I agree. You can find numbers to say what you want them to say.
yeah.
I just think that there's something, yeah. He just, as much as I hate to admit it, there's something that he lifts them most valuable. Who is it? Are you measuring where they get to or how high each player lifts them, even though they're not the same level? Like, is it the player who lifts them to the higher level, or is the player who lifts them higher? If that makes sense.
No.
Yeah. So, like,
Is it
the,
somebody who gets to a
the
high level or makes it to a high level? That
well,
doesn't
no,
make any sense.
it's how much, like, what level would they be without them? Like, I think
That's what I'm saying. And
if
this
they're
is
better, if
wrong.
they get the same level, it
This
doesn't
is
matter.
Judge.
But Judge lifts them. Judge like brings them if they start the same spot. Judge them brings them higher. But I think they start at different spots. So if they start at different spots in the same spot, one lifts higher.
Okay. And for that exact reason, the Yankees start higher than the Mariners. So Raleigh lifts them more. But
I think Judge lifts more. So
okay. All right.
okay,
Well,
there we go.
yeah. It's an
We'll
interesting
see. Well, in
conversation.
the next podcast, we'll know
Yeah.
who wins this debate.
A lot of people are saying that this could dictate or tarnish the MVP trophy for decades. So
What?
yeah, yeah, it's a pretty
Wow.
intense debate.
I think it
Just
makes a
because, like,
career.
are you valuing the moment and the I don't know, the unseen, never seen before season that Raleigh's presented, or is it the just sheer dominance, actual numbers of Judge? And I don't know. It's kind of like, what do you value more? So.
Well, but that wait a minute. Valuing is different. Like Raleigh's, it's historic, but is it more valuable to his team? It's cool. It's awesome. We've never seen it. We've never see it again. In the more than century plus we've been playing baseball, no catcher's ever had a year like he has. It's incredible. It's awesome. It's spectacular. Use all those words. But it is it more valuable to his team than what Judge does? I think both are true. It is spectacular, historic, but it is not more valuable.
I see this is the debate. I don't know. Historic season,
It's a
valuable.
better debate than when Embiid beat out Joker for the MVP
Oh, that was just ridiculous.
because that was
Um,
definitely voter fatigue.
yes,
But we got the better part of that deal that year.
yes.
So
Maybe this year we should do an NBA predictions or talk about the NBA soon,
should
even though we don't really care that much. But all right,
all right. All right, there's a question of the bye week. Let us know who is your MVP,
yeah.
Bulldog or Rabbi Mo, Raleigh, or Judge.
I lift the podcast here. You start here. You lift it here. Who knows?
Oh, really? You lived higher, huh? All right.
I don't know.
Who? Let us know both MVPs. Who's the
You bring
Mozart
the
MVP?
composure.
Who's the AL MVP? We want to hear
And
from you.
who is the MVP, the Mozone valuable podcaster?
That's what I'm
You like
saying.
that?
That's why I just asked. Are you listening to me?
Oh, did you just say
I
that?
just said, who's your Mozart MVP and who's your AL MVP? We want to know.
No, but I was just playing more on the MVP letters. Mozone valuable podcaster.
So we were kind of working together. No,
I,
yeah.
yeah, I sorry. I
Maybe
just
there's evidence
completely,
right there that you are it by doing that letter
or
thing.
maybe not because I wasn't even listening to that you just said the same thing. So, or and you didn't even.
And I was listening to you say that, so it didn't. So
All right, let's move
maybe
on.
we're co-Mozart LVPs.
That you know what? That is very that's a very good possibility. maybe we need to have a, I don't even know who the third candidate would be, but they need to facilitate or something. Get us off our feet, get us in the right direction.
Oh, you think we need another dynamic here?
Yeah, we need to hire
Who do we
outside of the
add
Morris family.
outside the Morrison?
Yeah.
All right.
Uh,
All right. Thanks, everyone.
yeah.
Ladies and
Uh,
gentlemen, this next segment has been brewing for years.
oh, I would say we're going on 7 years.
7 years. Seven
7 years.
year itch. We've had parts of the podcast for we've allowed time for ranting, mostly Bulldog's ranting. And he's got some anger to get off his chest. This we're calling it the same thing, but it's a different category. Um, as we conclude the Rockies' third consecutive 100-loss season, almost breaking the record for losses, smashing the record for run differential, like a stupid run differential,
I think it was like
430s.
430.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so this has been brewing and stewing and just simmering, and now it's boiling, and he can't take it anymore. So the Bulldog can take some time to calmly, coolly collect his thoughts and pen a letter to Richard Monfort, the owner of the Colorado Rockies baseball organization. And we are here to bear witness for the first time ever publicly, this effort to unload his anger and hopefully, prayerfully, put the franchise in a different direction. And with any further ado, here he is.
Um, I would like to preface that I think most of the listeners here have seen this side of me. This is very near and dear to my heart. Keeps me up at night. Um, and for any of those people that don't know me and they see this, just know that it just shows how much I care, how much I love baseball and sport. Okay. Um, so I don't know. Here we go.
Hold on, here we go.
Dear Dick Montfort, emphasis on the dick.
Oh, here we go. We're setting the
I
tone right away.
I
Do you
hope
want me
this
to
message.
comment as we go, or just listen and not comment as we go?
Sure, sure. I mean, if you feel the need to tune to the tech, I hope this message finds you horribly.
Oh, so okay.
I I'm one of the few remaining Rocky fans that you have yet to scare away. Today, I would like to share a message to you to try and get you to understand how fucking sad, miserable, embarrassing, depressing, anger-inducing you and the team that we know as the Rockies are and have been for probably since they became a team, some peaks, whatever. I have no idea where to begin because the list is exhaustive, but let's start with how incredibly selfish you are. You don't care about the state of the team because no matter what you are going to do, um, what? Hold up. I did not reread this. No matter what you, no matter what you do, you are going to fill seats because of how goddamn beautiful our state we call home is. You probably take credit for the beauty being about the ballpark, but I can most definitely assure you it is not because I've been in the behind the scenes inner workings of that ballpark from my times as a concession worker there, and it is nothing to behold. You made so much stupid money from the bar that is now Coors Field and the stupid McGregor Square across the street that you don't give a rat's ass what's on the field. That is so unfreaking fair to not only the few Rocky fans left, but the people of Denver and the 303. We are awesome fans. Would you attest to that, Rabbi?
We're
Like
strong.
just
We're strong. Yeah.
the whole we kind of own the mountain time zone area,
Yeah.
Midwest type.
It's a great
Yes,
place. Great place to be a sports fan. Yes.
yes. That we all want. We're all fans, and all we want is a team worth rooting for, and the Rockies haven't been that since 2018. Would you agree?
Are you asking me?
Yes.
Since
Well, he would
2018,
definitely. I don't
20,
even
I
know
mean,
what he.
2018 last time in the playoffs. Yeah. We obviously went to 2019 with some hope, but we done after that.
Okay. As a young fan, you completely ruined my childhood and robbed me of what it feels like to be a competitive team. I know you're thinking, wait a minute, we made it to the postseason 2017 and 2018. We all knew you were going to not give a fuck and disassemble the team. Year in and year out, we paid attention to the Rockies for a month at the beginning of the season. Then we realized it's the same fucking winningless team and have to face the humiliation of being associated with purple pinstripes. You're such a fucking disgrace and terrible resemblance of us as Coloradans, and you simply should not be allowed to be in the position that you are in. Thoughts so far?
A lot of fucks in there, but keep going.
I know. Would you like me to stop? I can turn
No, I
into
mean,
Fred.
you're the one who's all sensitive about saying fuck on podcasts, and you're
Okay.
dropping them like they're going out of style. So
It's just like this. Just okay.
that's how angry you are. So I don't want to inhibit your expression of your feelings. I'm just
I'm just trying to keep it dialed on the emotion here. The other part of this is how fucking naive and delusional you are to have the whole entire freaking world know what the problem is, and you still haven't done anything. And I mean absolutely nothing to change how the Rockies run as an organization. Hey, Mr. Dick. You know what the definition of insanity is? Rabbi, can you answer that?
I think it's got something to do with doing the same thing, expecting different results.
Exactly. Ding, ding, ding.
Thank
It's
you.
one of my favorite sayings, favorite words of all time.
Albert Einstein.
Hold on. Well, wait a minute. You don't expect a different result. This is referring to Monfort because you are
I
content.
figured you switched back to him
Yeah,
there.
because you were content with money creating the only bulge in your pocket that's ever been noticeable. You like that? It is simply unfair that you can be an owner of a sports team and not give a fuck about the on-field product. If the fans had any power, you would have been gone a long time ago, but all you do is exploit your structural power because you are a selfish dick. You have hired within the organization and not changed your way since the birth of Dinger, and the whole world is calling for you to change your ways. And what do? You hire your freaking offspring. Disclosure, I respect Mr. Walker because he went from the ground up through the organization. That's my respect. I had nothing to do with Walker here. Um, I don't understand.
On the surface, yeah, it looks like more of the same.
Yes.
Fair
I
enough.
don't understand how someone could be so heartless and soulless and not care at all about the fans. Do you know you make more money if we play in the playoffs from additional tickets and TV revenue? It's insane. This is more towards the baseball world as a whole. It's so unfair that someone can be allowed to do this. There's a deeper problem here that if you have the money, you can do whatever you want and rob all the fans that use sport as an escape, get some adrenaline, and to connect with the community. Fans should have way more fucking power because if we weren't giving so many fucks, then all the selfish ass owners would have to find some other avenue to exploit people that have less money than them. So yes, I'm calling out Manfred and Shoot and any American. What the hell? I'm calling out Manfred and any professional American League board that fans need to have more say because we have the most emotional attachment and the most special, intense relationship with our teams. We as fans make sport the most beautiful part of life, and yet we are stuck whining like I am right now that this old white mother hecker has completely ruined my childhood and made me consider if I even like sport. And no, I'm not exaggerating about that last part. So, In closure, to wrap up about the subject of this letter, the dick. I'm not going to request that you sell the team because I know your twisted self would not sell in spite of everyone calling you to sell, and you enjoy all this whining because it makes you feel the power you hold and it strokes your ego. I'm asking that you somehow put a 100th of your ego aside and think of that little kid that wants to experience a playoff atmosphere. Instead of having an immense negative impact on my life that you've had, you could have an immensely positive impact on that little kid's life because his love for baseball and the Rockies will be born. And it will be because of you that this beautiful game of baseball and idea of sport will be installed in that kid forever. So so when you go and hire this new GM or base president of baseball operations, because I know you put your son in charge of that, but you definitely have a bigger say still. I beg you to please hire someone outside this organization that has the amazing Coloradans at heart. All I want to do is take pride in my team and watch a game with the purpose of enjoyment and hopefulness to win. I want to feel what it's like to make a postseason push. And I'll leave you with this. Go ahead and close your eyes, Rabbi.
Close my eyes.
Yes, this nice little
Like a
visual. Yeah,
guided
you ready?
meditation there. Guided
Everybody,
visualization.
all the listeners, please close your eyes and listen to this. It's a beautiful early fall evening, and as you look around, you see a sea of purple with the incredible Rocky Mountain skyline in the background with an orange sunset with dashes of pink mixed in. You can hear the purple sea, and the more you listen, the more you realize it's 48,000 fans all chanting, "Let's go, let's go." The score is tied. It's late in the game, and all of a sudden, the crowd goes silent, and you see a beautiful white pearl laced with a red string pierce through the crisp thin air that we call altitude over the yellow lighted fence, and the purple sea is then sent into a frenzy as the Rockies win the pennant. Wow. So please, Mr. Monfort, for the love of all that is holy, please think of that little kid and start caring a little bit more about the team that plays on 20th and Blake. Sincerely, the Bulldog. Amen. Thoughts?
Amen. Wow. There's a lot there, Bulldog.
Mm-hmm.
You paint a pretty picture at the end of potential.
Yeah. Pretty attractive picture, no?
It's a pretty attractive picture, yeah. Um, uh, the evidence is all there. It's all there that for what you say. They're insular from what we read and hear nationally, what people say and write about the Rockies is that. And it's not like people are making this up. That is them. They are a laughing stock. They're even their own category. They're not even just a bad organization. People don't even understand how they work or why they work. Baseball people. And if they were winning, you'd say, oh, well, they know so many people don't. But obviously they don't. And they don't learn. So the evidence is all there. So your anger and frustration with that is warranted and fair. Um, and I don't know. I know you're expressing your anger at him, but we don't know this guy. Is there a difference between being clueless and not being able to see versus doing something maliciously and with intent? If I told you Dick Monfort was, he just doesn't get it. He just only sees narrowly. It's not like I don't know. I don't know him well enough. Don't try to defend him. Um, but I don't know him. It's the thing. Like this makes me sad. This makes me frustrated. Um, I would love to have a team that feels competitive. Um, and I but I can't. I mean, I don't like his baseball stuff. I don't know that I have any opinion or can make any evaluation of him personally. He might be a great guy, great dad, great to the community. I don't really know that much about him. I know baseball wise, I hate his decisions. I hate how he thinks about it. I hate what he does, which I agree with you. This communal, there's there is a communal trust with these teams, and I feel like that's not being honored. So, and as your dad, kind of wish. I'm sorry that he ruined your childhood, even though everything I tried to do to make it good.
Yeah. I mean, like to answer your question though, I think it's almost worse when you like just don't know. But like it's just because it makes it worse that in this sports world, like people in those power positions can just not know how to do it. And but because they have the money and the resources, like there's nothing you can do about it. And that's just like the worst. Because then
Yeah,
we're just stuck.
because they're successful in other realms, right? The team makes
Yeah.
money, and I guess he'd be an easier villain if he was just, I don't know if he, I don't know. Is he is he just a doofus or is he a villain? I guess.
I'm
And
my
does
but
it
my
in the end does it matter?
my thing is like, sure, okay, you don't know baseball, you don't know how to run the team. But when the whole entire world is telling you what you need to change and you still are freaking like I that's different. That's so different. Like for me, that makes me think that he enjoys it and that he does know what he's doing because he likes that we're getting all this publicity now and that everybody's whining up to him and
I
trying to
think you're
tell him
conflating him with Jerry Jones in this respect. Back to our discussion a few podcasts ago.
oh,
I think you're speaking to a bigger human foible.
I
We
know,
don't
but
like to
like
see the truths about ourselves, no matter how they're coming at us. So I don't know that I chalk that up to him being an evil genius. I think that's a very human thing. It doesn't make it easier, and there's still impact and consequences.
no, but like somebody the his son is must have told him how to do things or like his wife or like I don't this is not just like we don't like to hear what we're not good at. This is like holy shoot, dude, like what are we doing? Like the amount of opportunities he's had to change the way he does it is insane. I, I like I don't know what to say. You can't just be like, oh, he's human and like all these human tendencies. This is beyond the being human. This is not normal,
He's
bro.
inhuman.
No, he's just like like he I guarantee you, he hears that and he's like, no, I'm good. I'm making money like where I'm at. I'm good at me. He's so selfish. That's my problem. He's so selfish, man.
See, I guess I wonder if it's I'm good at making money or it's I think I really know we know how to do this. We're different. We see something people don't see. We're gonna keep plugging away.
Yeah, but how after
I don't.
so many
I'm not
years.
trying to defend that. I'm trying to say rather than the evil, haha, I'm just taking all my money and hiding in the corner. That no, I think we got something baseball wise. We're a family organization. We're values. We have good people. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be great. I I
So
get
at
that approach
what
is.
point do you say, oh, maybe it's not working?
All right, I have a question. What if this is that point? What if the point of saying, my boy Walker, you've been through the organization, you know every ins and out. This is me stepping back. 5 years down the road, what if they are in the beginning or in the midst of building building what you say. Does he get credit from you for being
No, absolutely not.
okay?
No, because he should have done this after maybe our first 100 loss season. Maybe that's like even at the extreme end of it. I didn't. It should not even be where we are right now. We should not be. It shouldn't have had 100 loss. We should have still been in the dynasty from 2018 because we
Oh,
just watched we
Dynasty.
just watched Story and McMahon ball out in the best rivalry in sport in the playoffs.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, I it's absurd. It's insane. I don't know why I feel like I need to stay a fan. I don't know.
Rockies fan or base? I mean, for okay,
Rockies fan,
I get
Rockies fan.
Rockies fan. You said baseball too. I don't get that.
I do because
This is one bad apple on the baseball tree.
well,
There's
no, I'm
always
just saying
bad
the
apples
whole.
on a tree.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
Just,
okay, are we starting to audition like we did when the Browns auditioning new teams for me? Or are you looking for new baseball teams for you now?
but that's what I'm saying. Like, there's a
I got a
slick,
good one who seems to know how to do things.
there's a sick and twisted part of me that like is like you need to stick with this so that you can like at least experience a 500 season and be in that glory. I don't know. The amount of times I've talked with my other friends of like whenever the Rockies are in the playoffs again, we're no matter where we are in the world, we will drop our stuff and go to a playoff game together. So like it's just because like that's where I like can't take like the purple out of me. I don't know. It's but like he doesn't care though. He's just a selfish prick, bro. I don't know. And he's not. You can't you can't say that he's a good businessman. So like he's not an idiot, and he definitely can't take criticism in that side.
Okay, all right. First of all, the skill of making money does not mean you have the smarts to do other things. There are dozens of other owners who show us that. The skill of making money is one subset. It does not lead to other great things necessarily. It does not mean you are highly intelligent necessarily or insightful about people or a macro thinker. It does not necessarily lead to that. So I can't make that. I can't assume say, okay, he doesn't make money, so he must know. He must be able to figure out how to run a baseball
No, but
team.
I'm saying if he was successful in that world, there were at least some traits where he took criticism or he learned from his mistakes to get better. That those what are those called? Um
Life
like
experiences.
transferable skills,
Mm-hmm.
like those can be applied in baseball. Like it's still like you don't just lose those skills based on the environment. Like you still have those. So that's what I'm saying. I understand like yeah, just because you're good at making money doesn't mean you'll be a good baseball owner or sport owner. But the skills you learn from making money and in the business side, they transfer to the sports side. So you don't just lose that. And like for him not
I think you're making some assumptions and not aren't necessarily true. I the evidence of what hasn't happened, 100% agree with you. It's catastrophic. It's embarrassing. It's ridiculous. But I think we disagree on how sure we are how he got from A to B.
I nobody is twisted enough to do what he's doing, bro. I don't know why I don't know why you're being such a rabbi and like being so critical with this motherfucker. Like he's he's ruined like the Rockies. He's ruined it. He's turned Coors Field into a bar. Like I don't. I don't know why you have so much grace with this dude. He's done nothing for you. He's done nothing.
I don't really appreciate what he's done either. I would like I want something different from the baseball team. I don't know. Maybe it's a
I,
rabbi thing, or it's maybe having grown up in
as a
Cleveland
Cleveland.
with just
I
the
just don't understand how you can just sit there and just be like, okay, how? Like, are the Rockets your team or not? Like,
they are my team.
I know. So, like, you should be freaking
I am.
fuming that we almost had the worst record in history.
It's
Like,
pretty bad.
and like nothing's gonna change for the next 3 years at least. Our farm system is garbage. Our coaching garbage. Analytics garbage. Players on the field right now garbage. All of our contracts garbage. I,
Yeah, it's bad.
division insane. Well,
Sucks to be us.
I mean, maybe we need to talk about this more deeply, like how you are just completely desensitized because you grew up in Cleveland. Like, were
Cleveland's
you? Here's a
being
question:
a Cleveland sports fan has certainly left its deep.
did you feel the way I did when you were a 20-year-old?
No, because they were mediocre.
What about the Browns?
I mean, the Browns, I never felt like, well, I mean, the Browns left.
That's right.
So that's a whole other,
Yeah.
maybe that's the brokenness. Maybe that's the distance. Maybe that's like, I can, when an owner does that, despite the obvious, that thing I was talking about, that you're steward for a public trust, and you can just so willy-nilly take that away with the arrogance that it's yours and not theirs, not ours.
It's selfish.
That kind of breaks some. That kind of is like so. So I guess for me, maybe this is for you seeing that for the first time. For me, seeing this, I mean, because it doesn't shock me or anger me as deeply to see an owner. Why it saddens me, and I have a higher ideal to see an owner who is clearly more focused on whether he does it with intent or he's clueless, cannot see his shortcomings, and is certainly on the surface more focused on making Coors Field a place to go be rather than to make a great baseball team. And that feels like a breaking of that trust. But since that trust was broken for me, I kind of, maybe it's, am I cynical to expect it or to not be as outraged by it? But it's not shocking to see an owner who does that and who has that priority. So maybe in my sports psyche, that's part of my
But see, that's just like it's so sad that like it's expected. Like it's just a part of society, and like these owners, like they're so predictable and thinking that they can just do those things, and because they have the structural power, they can. And
and
it's
and it's
but we're the ones
we don't
that
want to
have,
get to a bigger discussion, I don't think, but that's sad because it's not just in the sports world.
yeah, we are a sports podcast, so
Hey,
that's
we're
probably
supposed to, so
that's
so
probably
sad
what
about it.
reigns.
I won't go there, but
Damn. Well,
so I don't know. Who are people listening? Are they feel more sad and pathetic about you or me? You're so angry at Dick
yeah,
Monfort and this, or that
you
I'm the
you don't
cynical
care.
broken old man who doesn't care.
Yeah.
But
Honestly,
I don't know that I don't care.
for some reason, I'm more mad that you're sitting here not caring than at Monfort,
I
I
don't
think.
I don't not care.
We're just not reciprocating my levels of care.
I am not
Even though I know you
sipping your
watch the
level
same
of
amount
care.
of Rockies baseball as me. So
I do. I do.
But
I would like to see those with that. We live in a society where people with financial wealth and power seem to amass an undue influence in the rest of people's lives, and that makes me, I can get on my soapbox of that about that and be
yeah,
frustrated and angry about that. Um, I think I'll reserve my anger towards other parts of society and not take the, and maybe that's why I don't also take the sports part, even though I love sports, as seriously. It's the toy store of the world, and it's toys, and toys are fun and important, but there's other parts to get more frustrated about.
yeah. But like for me, and like the path that I'm on, I'm either like a worker in that toy store or I'm in the back making the toys. Like,
And that toy store is
that's,
powerful. There's magic in it.
yeah. And so like I can't rarely like for me, rarely do I ever step outside the toy store. I don't know what life is like outside the toy store. And so I think that's why it it just it irks me so much. So
I get it.
yeah. Um yeah, because I don't know, sport's such a beautiful thing, brings together so many people, and I understand sport, it's false that sport is inherently good, but it can be. And like, I don't know, like especially right now, it'd be so awesome to have something like that and to see how Denver comes around the Donkeys or Nuggets and Avs when they make a run. Like everybody gets to stop for a moment and watch the game and celebrate together. You don't get that with anything else. And for it to like for Monfort to just sit there and not have that desire, I don't know. But yeah, it'd be really cool to see courts sold out, got the rally towels or whatever, and
And more Rockies fans than fucking Cubs fans.
yeah. Yeah, why don't we start that? Just a regular season game where there's more purple than away team.
Yes.
But yeah, I don't know.
Well,
This
Dick,
has
if you're
been
listening, we'd love to have you as a guest. Aside from the Bulldogs' personal attacks,
yeah. Please tell us your
guarantee.
side.
What?
You go ahead. You go
I was
ahead.
gonna say, if he were here, I hope we can engage in a, if intense but also respectful discussion.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, we talked about a lot. Like, there's a there's no curiosity anymore,
Yeah.
and I'm very curious to your point of view because, like you said, I don't know you at all. I'm just making a lot of assumptions that are feeding into the wolf side of me, the anger side of me. So. Yeah, I would welcome an opportunity to talk to you, and I would ask some hard-hitting questions, and I really hope that you answer them truthfully. But
Okay.
because
So the
I'm
invitation's out there.
yeah, I'm sure nobody's as twisted as what I'm making you out to be. So maybe for my peace of mind, we should have you on the podcast. But
Oh, there are a couple people we could probably list who are twisted, but again, we're a sports podcast. We don't do
yeah, yeah. Let's not even
that.
go there.
All right.
Well,
There's
this
our
segment has
big
been
rant.
yeah this has been way too long, so we should probably wrap it up.
Yeah, we
Um,
should wrap it up. Just do this. Okay.
yeah.
We were going
Um,
to give you our fixes for the Rockies, but maybe that's our chance if Mr. Monfort comes on and to speak
yeah.
with us.
Should I send him this podcast somehow?
I don't know. Maybe the listeners will give us a
Yeah.
suggestion.
Yeah. I just need to go. We need to go viral somehow. I'm not sure. Get
That'll.
it. Um, but yeah. That does it for another. Oh, you know what we haven't done in a while is a rabbi word of the podcast. But because I was about to say scintillating.
Usually I do it at the beginning, so I haven't done that in a while.
I know,
That
but
was a season 5. That was a season 4 thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope y'all have a great couple weeks before you hear from us again. That does it for me.
That's it. I mean, you've had a word of wisdom last couple times.
Oh, you want word of wisdom?
Yeah,
Um,
it's a new thing. I've been looking forward to it since 2 weeks ago.
oh, well, sorry. I think today's topic should be more about being true to yourself. Let other people do whatever the heck they want. Um, and I think society looks down on people who stay true to themselves. And I told you this last week, Rabbi, but I came across something saying that embarrassment is an underexplored emotion. So go out there and make a fool of yourself. I think that's awesome because when you're yourself, that's when you can truly learn when you do fail, and we all need to embrace failure. That's what Rabbi talked about for one of his sermons, so that was fire. Shout out. Um, but yeah, be yourself. Like it's okay to be embarrassed because you're being yourself, and there's no greater accomplishment than staying true to your values, even when all of society is telling you something else. So yeah, that's your greatest superpower as a human, being you. So that's all I got.
Amen, Bulldog.
Amen.
Let's wrap up the greatest podcast on the planet.
There we go.
Have a good night.